How's everybody? Sorry if this sounds weird in this room. It's kind of like high ceilings and opening. It's not my usual spot. As you can tell, I moved up north to Oregon, took a job, and I am officially no longer a bartender. However, we're gonna keep doing this show, and I'm gonna tell you guys anything you need to know. Still got much knowledge to share with y'all. So cheers to everybody. I'm trying something radically different tonight. I think this is a fucking cider. Yeah, this is cider. Going cider. Trying going weird. Let me turn this up. Make sure you guys hear me all right. Volume está bien. Phew. Weekend homestead, Wade County. Noel. New profile photo, but it's still you. Right. What are you doing now that you're not bartending, Wade County 305? I am. Well, it almost tastes like a champagne. Wow. I am doing marketing for a company up in Oregon that my buddies run. This company, it's called Tokyo Starfish. So if you're ever in the Bend area, look up Tokyo Starfish. They are in the cannabis space, and I'm doing like their marketing and video and digital media stuff. So exciting new chapter in my life, but as I've said in the past, I'm going to keep contributing to the Bartending Pro channel because I still have a ton of videos I want to make, which, by the way, thank you everybody for being patient during this life transition. I just moved from San Diego to Bend, Oregon. Literally just pulled into town, the day before yesterday. Staying with some family members, or like in a family member's house. They're letting me use it, but I don't really have a permanent spot yet. So things are going to be in flux and transition for a couple of weeks, but that's okay. These are easy to do, and this is why these live streams are great, because we can get together on a Tuesday evening. Did you guys get out there and vote? I'm not going to get political, but hopefully you got out there, did your duty as a good American citizen, or whatever your personal beliefs may be. But anyway, that's all I'll say about it. Hopefully you got out there. And so the way that this goes, just the live version of making you a bartending pro. There's no agenda. There's no sort of schedule. It's just open format question and answer. You guys ask questions and I'll answer them for you. Sometimes usually we talk about bartending, but we can talk about anything. So you guys fire away and we can get this party started. As always, Shake, my man there moderating, he will help jump in and answer questions and put links up to stuff. What about you guys? Anybody get a job? Anybody working? Anybody see any crazy shit in a bar they want to ask about? Anybody get knocking on doors and get denied at all? What's up, Deja? Hopefully this doesn't sound too echoey in this room. Let me try something. Hold on. I'll close this door. Close that door. That might help a little bit. I don't know if it matters, but yeah, that helps. At least on my side, it sounds less echoey. Just started my own private bartending business. Good job, girl. You got any gigs going? Well, you should. Let's do a collab video. I'll give you a shout out on the channel if you want to do like a Skype video. We can do an episode about how you started your bartending business, because I know there's a couple of people that watch there's people that watch all the time and they ask about that. Bartenders unite! What's up, Andreas Escobar? Cops knocked on my door on Halloween night, says Noel. Oh shit, were you having a party? Raging? Well, it was raging on Halloween. Wade County 305. I've been bartending for 8 months, and this channel has been great for me. Awesome. Congratulations, Wade. And stoked you're getting some use or some benefit out of all these crazy videos that I've made over the years. Someone told me that if a short person waves at you, it's called a microwave. Mr. Escobar on a tear tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let me be me. Hey, I was just thinking about you. Wait, hold on. I want to make sure. Instagram question via email. Would you mind answering it? Okay, I'll check that out, Shake. Let me pull up my email for that. Where'd you send it, Shake? To the support? You send it to support, or do you send it to my Jason Shirts, my Gmail one? I'm checking my email to see if I got it from you. When did you send that, Shake? I don't know if I see it. Resend it to the support at Bartending Blueprint if you can. Yeah, because I don't have it, Shake. Or did you send it on actual Instagram? Maybe you say. Maybe you say. Anyway, try to send it to my support if you can, Shake. Anyway, let me be me. Hey, I was just thinking about you because I went in for a bartending interview and ended up staying to work. And it was packed. It was an election day party that wasn't ready for the big crowd. Huh. So you started that, was that just this week? Huh, let me be me. Congratulations, right? Went in for a bartending interview, ended up staying to work. Yeah. Fucking awesome. Let me be me. Killing it. Congratulations. Good on you. Thought about you because I remember the video about scanning the room because it's so hard when it's packed. Like everyone is coming at you with orders, but I went from one to the other making drinks. Sure not to make contact with anyone who ordered. I didn't take it that point and I did good. Yeah, that's that little video you're talking about. Let me be me. It's an oldie but a goodie. One of my first videos I ever made about how to stay calm on busy shifts, and I thought about reshooting it because it's an old one that's kind of definitely low quality. It's on my old first laptop eyesight camera that I shot that on, so the quality's not that great, but it's a really good video, and it's all super relevant still. So I'm just let it roll, let you guys get some old school love. But that's the technique that I used when it was busy, and it saved me so many times. Because it changes from when it goes from just kind of standard cruising bartending and you're talking to everybody to when it just goes up another notch and it gets super crazy and you need to be able to keep yourself calm when it goes next level madness. Let's see here. Make sure I didn't skip any questions on you guys. Remember, if you ask a question, hang out. I will answer it. Sometimes I go on long tangents answering questions, especially if I feel like more people watching this or re-watching this will get good value out of it. So if I'm not getting to your question, hang tight. I will get there. Sweet. So that's cool. That made me Jason Osala. What up, Jay? Started watching your videos. My confidence to be a bartender went way up. I have no experience, but I'm studying while I apply at different food jobs. Or foot jobs. Nice. Yeah, get out there, Jay, and just knock on the doors. Just don't wait to anybody watching this. Anybody who wants to be a bartender, don't wait until you think you're ready, because you're never going to be fully ready, and you can always tell yourself that you have more to learn. There it is. Got you, Shake. Bam. All right, we'll get to that one in a second. So that's a good question here. Whoop, wrong one. Here we go. There you guys are. Good on one. Or good job, Jay. Osada. Keep studying, but work on just getting out there. The biggest thing you guys can do is just hit the pound the pavement. Deja says, not officially a business, no gigs, but I've done private gigs before. Nice. Yeah, obviously it's not going to be gangbusters right from the get-go, but you can roll that into good business. I know some people that do great business just doing private party gigs. So, Noel Smith. I was like, what was I framed for? When the cops were knocking on your door at Halloween, but they were just trying to get rid of mushroom pizza. What? What? I'm confused now, huh? Cops on my door at home. Is that supposed to be? Am I stupid and that's supposed to be a joke? But trying to get rid of a mushroom pizza? Gross. Or they were just like, hey, here, we didn't eat half our pizza. Do you want it? That's random. That'd be really random. T. Norton just got a bartender job. Is that a boy or girl? I don't know. T. It could be boy, girl. Way to go, T. Norton. Just got a bartending job. This is my second week. I'm listening to all your advice and it paid off and landed me a job. Yes! That's what I like to hear. This stuff will work. All you got to do is do it. There's no magic to it. It's not about knowing 100 different drinks. It's about getting out there and getting to know people. People person job. Remember that. Bartending is a people person job. Love the wood wall. Love the color. Thank you, Noel. This is one of the rooms in my new office. There's nobody here. It's still getting finished. Literally, like, finished. They're still building parts of it out there, but they're not building. It's like it's built, but they're finishing all this type of shit. But pretty cool. I'm excited. It's a cool spot. Shake support. Yeah, I got you, Shake. Okay, so let me get through these questions caught up, and then I'll jump over to that. Shake. Oh, I already said that one. Just tonight, got the job. Congratulations. That's cool. You got back there to work and then you're done? Or are you watching while you're on break or something? That's even better. You should, because I couldn't remember it all, but some things that I did was uber helpful. Yeah, but I mean, you can always just rewatch it. It's like, hey, if I redid it, I would say the exact same thing. It would just be in like a better quality, which I kind of like that there's some old videos that are good to go check out. You can see how far the channel's come. Not that these are super whiz-bang sexy, these live streams, but, they're better than those old ones. Curious about the video. There it is. Shake, link to it. The one that how to stay calm on Friday and Saturday nights or any busy shifts. Deja says, do you think 125 to 150 for 4 hours is reasonable? I think that's a bit low, Deja. Yeah, that's not bad, actually. That's actually pretty good. I was thinking hourly, but never mind. My brain was doing stupid math. That's not bad. Especially if it's like a small party and it's low key. It's a pretty good shot. I think at a minimum, $100 for any private party gig, and that's pretty low. I think you should be shooting for 150, depending, 200 maybe. So you're right on point. Noel Smith, forgot to mention, I moved into my college dorm. It was the campus police. I think they were having a party. Oh man, college dorm life. So fun. Good old days. All right, so let me get a question that Deja, is this you? Deja Raven? Is this the same Deja that's on the that's hanging out right now? I don't know, I can't tell. This was Deja Raven from Instagram. Said, hey, been subscribed on your YouTube. Great stuff. I'm about to start my own mobile bartending business. Maybe, is this you, Deja? I was wondering if you could make a video on this, particularly maybe gaining new clients, marketing tools to buy payments, unfortunate things like running out of a particular alcohol, just things of that nature. That's got to be you, right, Deja? Is that you? Hopefully. Otherwise, that's the craziest coincidence ever. I'm assuming that's you. There is the, let's see here, clients marketing. So I do have a video, Deja, and I'll have Shake grab the link to it, the how to become a bartender in 48 hours video, which, yeah, that's awesome, girl. See, look at us integrating all these platforms, make sure we take care of y'all. So there's the, I'm sure Shake's gonna grab a link for us. It's the how to become a bartender in 48 hours video, and you might have watched it already, I don't know. But that is the one about the, again, doing private party bartending. And it talks about getting clients, and kind of the first one, you know, you just kind of try to get from your circle of influence. Like there's a link to it. Thank you, Shake. So that's the how to get started bartending 48 hours, which is basically, that name is designed to tell you how you can go from 0 to potentially getting your first gig in 48 hours if you're just like really going gung-ho after it, because you don't need more prep than that, and you could totally pull it off. And then in that video, I talk about how to, you know, your circle of influence is where you try to get your first one, friends and family, even if it's just, you know, you don't get paid for it. But if there's going to be other people there, then you try to go in and do all the cool stuff that I talk about in that video. And particularly when you get actual, like, real kind of gigs, paying gigs, do some of the stuff that I talk about in there, which is little unique things to get people's attention that will then, you know, have them come over and talk to you and interact with you, because that's how, you know, getting gigs. When you're at a gig, you're helping that person, you're serving that person, but you're also trying to get new clients, and you're in a unique environment where you can get new clients. I don't go in depth about marketing stuff other than just kind of putting in a basic ad on Craigslist, but that, like, marketing is a whole other world. That's a whole other rabbit hole to go down, and trying to stay relevant and on topic to just bartending is, you know, maybe I'll try to figure out how to do a video that can hit some of this stuff. Tools to buy. Do I have a bartending basics tools? I thought I did. Or maybe it's on, sometimes I get confused on the videos that I've shot and haven't shot. Tools to buy, yeah, I think I talk about tools in that. Payments, that's up to you, because you're basically a business. So you can do cash is always king and best, or you can do, you know, Venmo or PayPal, or you can get the little cube that plugs into your phone. Those are super easy to get and free, and you can just swipe people's credit cards and shit. Unfortunate things like running out of a particular alcohol. So that just comes down to planning, which we talk about in that video. Square, thank you. What did I say? Cube? Thank you, Shake. Square. Running out of alcohol, that comes down to, like, planning, which sometimes it'll happen. And depending on the situation, you may just have to be, like, out of it. You might have to just go like, all right, well, we ran out of vodka. Sorry. And they drink whatever else is there instead. But that's, you know, I talk a little bit about the planning stuff in there. But that's another one that kind of is a whole other rabbit hole of, like, party planning that you can go down. So again, I tried not to, because that video is already 20 minutes, I think, or 10 to 20. I didn't want to run too long. So I have this in an email from my main man assistant, Shake, Deja. So I will noodle on those questions to try to figure that out. But in the meantime, go watch that video, the 48-hour one. And thank you for the good question, Deja. And freaking good job on grabbing the bull by the horns and jumping in and going for it, because that's the best thing you can do. Yeah, Shake is my man. He's on top of the links. Hell yeah. T. Norton, question here. Before I get to you, T, let me make sure I didn't forget anybody's questions above this. I think we're good. All right. T. Norton, how do you stay calm when your bar goes from 0 to 110 minutes? Help. I'm a girl, by the way. All right, T. So that's what we were just talking about with Let Me Be Me. And there is a video that Shake linked to. You can post it again one more time, Shake, and just say how to stay calm working busy shifts. But it's right underneath Let Me Be Me, the comment by Shake. And that is a video that I did, T. Norton, a while ago. It's an old one, but it's perfectly relevant. It's just in low def. There you go. Thank you, Shake. So go watch that video, T. Norton. And basically what you want to do is when it gets really busy, it changes from, going around and making sure that when it's like not super busy, you always want to be giving people eye contact and talking to them and giving them touches, right? Hey, how you doing? You okay? Do you need refill? Do you need another blah, blah, blah? Touches, which is just part of good customer service. But when it goes next level and you're just terminal velocity, which, that's what I call where you're at that point where you're just working as fast as you can go. And however fast you can go that's fucking what you're handling right now. Like when it goes from just a few people at the bar to a full bar that is 5 people deep, because you can't be looking up and around and giving eye contact to all these people, because as soon as you do, they start like yelling drink orders at you. So you have to change your system to where you actually try not to look around at the crowd too much, because they'll start yelling at you. And you try to keep your eyes on your job of what you're doing and making your drinks. You're obviously, within your peripheral watching the bar, and then just basically kind of looking at and making eye contact at the time with the person that you're getting and making, like getting drink orders from or giving drinks to, and then you take care of this person, then you go to the next. And then there's a system at the bar that I call it the typewriter, where you kind of go down the bar to the end, and then you go all the way back to the top, and then go down again, depending on how the bar is set up. So if it's like a long standard bar, and usually if you get into a busy place, a lot of times you'll have just a section, and the people might just funnel into one little spot where they order, which is great, because then you don't have to worry about it, and you just serve people right there. But you might have a stretch or a section of the bar, and if there's a bunch of people lined up along there, you don't want to just serve in one area, because then people like get in a line and the people are at the bar and they're not getting served. So you want to go down the bar and serve people that are bellied up to the bar or that are at the bar. And then when you get to the end, go all the way back to the top. Because if you go like this and then you go like that and then like this, if you're doing it that way, the people at the ends sit there for a really long time. So if you go down like this and then go all the way back to the top, like the typewriter, that is the only way to make sure that everybody will sit there for basically the same amount of time. Essentially, it makes it so that nobody's sitting there an extraordinary long time. So there you go, T. Norton. Watch that. Deja says, I live in Atlanta, so $150 plus sounds pretty good. Yeah, I mean, shit, if you're going for 4 hours and make $150 all day long, that's a great gig. 4 hours, $150. So that's what's cool about these private party bartending gigs. And what I would tell you, Deja, like if you really want to, because really what you're doing, like if you really want to do that seriously, because when I made that video, the point was to show you guys how simple it was, number one, and that how basic kind of bartending can be, and that it's more simple than it is complicated, especially when you start. Like when you're a brand new bartender, you're not going to go into some like super fancy I mean, you could, who knows? But I mean, generally, the type of bartending that you're going to do when you're brand new is pretty basic. So, um, the point with my video was to show people how they can get started and do some basic bartending. But then what you can do is you can put that on your resume, even just by you starting this business. Even if you haven't really done a gig, you're like, I'm a bartender for hire. So you can put that on your resume as experience. And because you guys are just trying to survive, like do what you got to do to get a damn job. If that means you got to stretch the facts about your bartending experience, then I have no problem with that. You're not hurting anybody. No one is getting endangered. I mean, God forbid you go recklessly make a drink that's too strong. Worst case that happens. Or even worse, they get, a drink that's a little short. Great. And that's good for them. They don't need the booze anyway. But if you're going into it as like a business, that you want to start a business and that's your plan, then that's a little bit different, because there's the fundamentals of business that you should know. And my point is that I don't know if I will make. I'll try to do it. I just don't want to. I don't want to make something that people are like, "What the fuck? I thought this bartending is business class." So I'll look into trying to do it. But I'll tell you, Deja, go to a website. And let me see if I can. Okay, so here's a good website for you, Deja. It's called lynda.com. Okay. And what this is $25 a month, and you go in there and you can learn anything. You learn business stuff. You can learn fucking software programs. You can learn video editing. You can learn how to program code for computers. But there's also like business stuff in there, and business fundamentals, and like business classes, and they're in little bite-sized chunks of videos. It's all video. You don't have to like read shit or there's no like textbooks to it. It's just little video, bite-sized video classes, and I love it for all kinds of stuff. So check out that video, Deja, if you want to give yourself a little more business acumen in the fundamentals of the things that you should be aware of if you want to grow an actual business in that private party world. Then you should definitely do some fundamental business just about your market and all that kind of shit. So anyway, all right, long-winded answer there, but good questions. Let's see here. Nan Pez, what is up? After following for 8 months, finally made up my mind and will be going to bartending school. Register for classes tomorrow. There you go. Right on. Bartending school is good. Gives you confidence. It's good practice. 100%. My only quabble with bartending schools is when they try to tell you that you need to do it, or that they will guarantee they can help you get a job. So guarantee they can help. Don't ever listen. If anybody says that, then run the other way. All right. Deja, going to bartending school too. Good luck. You guys report back. Let us know what you think about the bartending school stuff. I'm always curious to hear from my students who do it, and then compare that to all the input that I give you guys about that stuff. So excited, honestly. Awesome. Very cool. Stoked for you guys. T. Norton, have you been a bartender at a gaming bar, or do you have any videos on that? My bar is getting gaming in a few months and would like to be prepared. Just like gambling gaming? Is that what you mean? I'm assuming, T. Norton? I've never worked anywhere where it's legal, so I don't have any experience other than they're just kind of standard stuff. I mean, checking IDs, make sure you don't overserve people. They would be really low maintenance customers because they're probably just sitting there feeding quarters or dollars into the slot machine. So I can't imagine it's too challenging or difficult or super exciting or anything. I don't know. Maybe if you have let me know if you have a particular question about that stuff. So gaming, I don't know. I haven't done it, so I don't have any videos about that. But I know, like, when you're in Vegas or anywhere like that, it's same standard stuff. Like, you got to be of age to be in there in the first place. They're not going to overserve you, so you need to know how to not overserve people. Oh, you're in Vegas. Nice. I'm sure there's some pretty... Because you have to have a Vegas bartending certification or license or whatever they call it for the state. Does that not include... I'm surprised that doesn't include any gaming stuff on there, which gets confusing because people on YouTube is like, are they talking about video games? No, we're talking about like gambling, right? I'm assuming, yeah. Yeah, no, sorry, girl, can't help you on that one. I would just make sure you know the ins and outs of your IDs and how to check them and how to make sure that you know how to cut people off. So you can watch those videos that I have. Check them out. But dig into the resources of what the state requires, because they might have some sort of formal training anyway. Hey, Romero, do you find it that women get better opportunity to get moved into a bartending position than men? She says, because currently we're back trying to be a bartender, trying to be a bartender at work, but I keep having to show the newbie girl bartenders the ropes around the bar. Versus the guys. It just depends on the place. Better opportunity. Like our bar is the one that I worked at or just the one that I just left, is predominantly guy bartenders. Just because we just had bad luck with the girls that we were hiring were just not working out. So we didn't have a preference one way or the other necessarily. We try to keep a balance. Like if I was running a bar, I'd try to keep a balance. And depending on the clientele and the type of bar, you could maybe have a preference for one or the other. But it depends. Like if you work in a bar that has lots of younger people, I don't know. It's hard to answer that question without giving contentious advice, but I wouldn't say that I find that women get more. It doesn't come down, like the opportunities that you get being promoted doesn't necessarily have anything to do with if you're a guy or girl, and it shouldn't, and I think it's basically illegal if it does. But our opportunity, because once you're in the establishment, then they can get to know you really well, and basically it just comes down to showing them the type of work ethic that they want to see, so that you can move up. And it just comes down to being that valuable asset of showing them that you understand how the position plays into the greater scheme of things in the business, and that you understand that this is not about how many drinks you know, but about giving good service and creating unique experiences so that people want to come back. Like our whole goal as bartenders is to try to get people to have a good time so that they want to come back and create repeat business. That's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to wow them with how vast our drink knowledge is. It's about creating unique experiences. So if you can, and I have that 4-part miniseries, Getting a Bartending Job with No Experience. So look that up in the videos. And I talk a lot about this stuff. So maybe go check out that little playlist. But yeah, it shouldn't make a difference whether you're a guy or a girl. It comes down to, unless there's, if you're working at like fucking Hooters or something, then obviously, I don't know. That's why I say it depends on the place you work at. But it more than anything will come down to the conveyance that you give the owners and management of your personal just knowledge and work ethic and personality and outgoingness and willingness to do, just being a good employee. Jason Osada says, I have an interview at a place that looks kind of high-end on Thursday. It's called the Stone Lounge in Bellevue, Washington. Nice. Have a feeling I'm in over my head, but I'll let them know I have no experience. And just rule, and I do this all the time, I break this rule all the time, but Jay, at any time, you never want to disqualify yourself for anything on your own. Like don't offer up information that will disqualify you if they haven't asked. Like the no experience thing. It's like, who cares if you're in over your head? Go in there and fucking swing for the fences and make it happen, and who knows, maybe you pull it off. Maybe you crash and burn, but I guarantee even if you did, you will learn a lot in one night. It will take so much stress off you of like, okay, I can totally do this, even if you crash and burn. And which depends on how crazy this place really is. And I don't know how over your head you could get yourself. I mean, if they look at your resume and it doesn't have a whole lot of experience and they're willing to give you a shot, then obviously that's going to be okay. Like if you're putting on your resume that you have 6 years of high volume bartending experience that is completely false, then yeah, I can see what you say. I see what you mean, that like maybe you're going to be throwing yourself into the deep end, but that's still okay. If they give you a chance, take it. But yeah, my point is like, anytime in life, don't ever it's like pleading the fifth. Don't ever, put yourself into a difficult situation unnecessarily with information that you're giving people. So I say go in there, and if they're willing to give you a shot, just like go with it and surprise yourself, because I think you can do it. Going against what my bartender friends are saying, hey Romero, girls, by the way, to not pay for bartending classes. I just started going to bartending classes. So again, what my bartender friends are saying, to not pay for it, I just started going to bartending classes. Yeah, I mean, bartending schools, if you can afford it comfortably and it's not going to put you in a financial squeeze, because understand that you're basically going to get a good simulated practice experience. That's, in my opinion, that's kind of the best part of a bartending school, is you get behind as close to a real bar as possible, and you get a chance to froze. The camera froze. Just give it a second, it'll come out of it. Yeah, I mean, if you go take a bartending school, or if you go to a bartending class and it's totally comfortable in the cost, and you're willing to just, that's knowing that you're going to get some good practice, then go for it. But I do not recommend anybody to scrape together the last couple $100 to pay for a bartending school as like a Hail Mary to get yourself a job. So definitely don't do that. You have to have a sheriff's card for gaming. Yeah, see, Nevada as a whole, they're animal there, T. Norton. Come on, YouTube. There it goes. Just I was yawning. It's against rules. No yawning in this damn bar. Cheers. Cool. 8:40, flying along here. So, thank you guys for tuning in here. We're still going. I might shut it down a little bit early, just because I'm still exhausted from all this crazy moving and shit. Remember to follow on all the social medias, as we saw tonight from Deja. She asked a question on Instagram that we picked up, even though she came over to the live stream and asked again. Make sure you follow us on all the social medias at Bartending Pro, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Twitter, forgetting one. And we'll call it last call in the next 5 minutes or so. So remember, if you have any other questions, if anybody's watching, if you have a question, could be about bartending, doesn't have to be. Throw it out there. We will get you taken care of. If you're new and you are not a subscriber, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on your little notification bell so that you get notified anytime new videos come out. Anytime I start a live stream, it'll tell you. Cool stuff. Thank you, YouTube. And to those of you who got jobs this week, congratulations. Good job. Way to get out there and kick some ass. No worries, Shake. No worries. The best thing you can do is get out there and just pound the pavement. Remember, this job is not about drinks. This is a social interaction job. The best thing you can do is just try to get comfortable, get used to just talking to anybody about anything. And if you are in a bar and you're a new bartender and you feel like you're freezing up and you don't know what to say to people when you're working, the best thing you can do is to just ask questions. Hey, how you doing? How's your day? What are you doing today? What are you guys up to? And not about Android or iPhone. Just because I've been on it for so long and I don't want to switch over. I'm an iPhone guy. I know there's like splitting hairs in the difference, so it's like all my stuff is Mac, so it just makes it easy. So I'm an iPhone dude until they really fuck it up. Then it'll be pretty tough to switch over for me. Welcome, T. Norton. That is exciting. Good job. Yeah, so I like this little hard cider pomegranate. I wouldn't say it tastes pomegranate in there. Any cider drinkers out there? It's really popular. I didn't even realize when I grabbed this, but it's delicious. Sometimes a little crispy something is. Shake loves me some cider. Have you ever tried this one, Shake? Shilling? Ever seen that? I have not. Noel's into the ciders. You guys ever seen this one? Mischief Maker. And this little, my girl likes hummingbird water. Ace pear cider in Ambic. Haven't tried that one. Yeah. I was in this kind of boutique-y grocery store looking for some weird shit and strolled by their beers selection. They have a bunch of like just single cans and bottles and ciders and sours and all sorts of crafty cool shit. And this just sounded delicious. It was like thirsty. My grandma's like, cider sounds good. I'm thirsty. So anyway. T. Norton, what was helpful was getting out there and talking to people and hitting the pavement. That helped me land the job. Yeah. You are welcome, T. You are welcome. That's the whole trick. That's really the only trick to getting a job and doing this bartending thing is just get out there and be willing to just go talk to people. It's really just that hard or that easy. There's no magic tricks to it. You just got to do it. Thanks, Deja. You're awesome too. First started bartending over a year ago. Really wrote your drink recipes down in Google. Nice. Still have them, just in case. I have confidence in you, Deja, because you can do it. And those of you that have done it, you know it's not as difficult as it seems. We make such a big deal about it. And those of you guys that have watched the show a bunch, you've heard me say this, that I think that most of the anxiety that people feel about going into bartending that they think is about drinks and like drink recipes and not knowing drink recipes, I think is actually a fear of bartending you're in front of people and like you're talking to people, so it's almost like a public speaking, fear of public speaking. So iPhone guy, out of here. Hey, sorry, hey, Romero. It's not that I'm like a snobby iPhone guy. I'm just have gotten used to. I've had a few of them, and now I'm too lazy to change. And all my video stuff that I use is all the Mac shit. My computer. It's just one platform. Makes it easy. T. Norton, even use your line. Will you be the one training me when I get the job? Nice. Nice. See? Will you be the one? I like that line. The assumptive close. Still works. Still works. It's an oldie, but a goodie. For sure. Shake likes the Android. Ever since the Droid. I think are iPhone users a minority? I don't even know what the market distribution is. And my wife is on iPhone, so that makes it easier for iMessage and iChat and all that kind of shit. So, all right, guys, last call for questions. I know a few of you just showed up. Welcome to the show. We do these every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. West Coast United States, Pacific Standard Daylight Time, whatever you want to call it, Pacific Standard Time. And I am just getting settled into my new place up here in Bend, Oregon, so that's why this unique and different background. I'm in my new office of my new job, and I am no longer bartending. I'm officially retired after 15 years. Hung up the gloves. So, but there's also still have 15 years up here to share with you guys. So this is going to keep going for a while. So I thank you all for watching, supporting. The best thing you can do is just show up and just be part of the conversation. Being here, allowing me to help you is the best thing. And if you know anybody else who wants to be a bartender, then send them over to Bartending Pro on YouTube. And let's see here. Let's scroll back up, make sure I didn't forget anybody's questions. No yawning, man. What the fuck? All right. Feels like winter out here. I went from San Diego to the Northwest in a cold front coming through, and I was like, woo, wintertime. Feels good, though. I miss the seasons. This is where I'm from. It's around 30 in the morning and 50-ish in the afternoon. Shake. I'm about exactly the same, my man. It's actually been a little bit colder. The last couple of mornings been like in the 20s. Had snow around Halloween. I love it. I'm a huge ski bum, snowboard bum. I can't wait for the snow to start flying. It's a little bit of a late start of the season. So, I mean, still early, but it hasn't started snowing heavily yet. But it's coming! How's your cats transitioning to the new home? They stayed home. So, me and my wife, to give you guys some insight into my personal life, we had to go long distance for this job opportunity that I'm taking because it's dream job, kind of a job of a lifetime sort of situation. I don't know, job of a lifetime, but you call it, it's definitely like a dream job scenario, working with some of my longtime friends who are the owners in an industry that I'm super interested in that's growing like crazy and doing fun shit for my job. So I had to take it, but she just got promoted into a really good job like 2 or 3 weeks before these guys called me. And it was a really good opportunity that she had to take. And she just started in that like in June or July. So still felt relatively recent. So we're gonna be long distance. So she's still in San Diego and I'm up here, but we're gonna be going back and forth all the time. So we'll see each other a lot. But Noelle, the kitties are at home with mom in San Diego because they would freak out if I tried to bring them up here, and I wouldn't try to do that anyway, unless the missus when the missus transitions up here full time, then we'll bring the kitties, but not until we got that figured out. And we'll have to give them some like fucking cat tranquilizer or something, because my cats do not like going in the car, much less like a 2-day car ride. Send a fan. I'm in Canada. Ew, cold. You're really getting the cold up there. Yeah, Mr. Osada, you are welcome. Thank you. T. Norton. Today was 78 here. Are you down? Where are you at, T? That's what it's like down in San Diego. I was talking to my wife today. She's like, yeah, it's like 75. Like, now I know why everybody used to hate on us living down there. Because it's like wintertime everywhere else. And they see your post like on the beach, 80 degrees, just kicking and shit. That is nice. I will miss that a little bit, but I'm really looking forward to being in the mountains again and riding a lot. Having a season pass again. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. I don't miss the weather in Texas, that's for sure. Says Shake. Going to put up any bottles on the wall, A. Romero asked. So this is actually not my, this is my like work, my actual work job office, one of the rooms in here. So this is not my space to use. This was just like a decently well lit area in this cool little wood wall. So until I get my new place that I'm fully moved into, because I'm in like transition, staying with some family members. They have an extra room in a place that I'm staying at, so I'm actually technically in between my permanent address. So once I get dialed into my permanent spot here, then I will set up the proper bar regalia. Thank you, T, for the congrats on the new job. Super stoked about that. Let's see. So many new jobs for everyone. Congrats to all. I know. It's good times. That's the good thing about a good economy. Get out there and get a job. If you're thinking about making a job change, do it now, because the economy is healthy in Estados Unidos. Good old America is doing good right now. Job-wise, anyway. Seems like that, at least in the markets that I was in, San Diego and up here in Bend, Oregon. Actually, I don't know what it's like here in Bend, but my friends are busy. They're business, and so I'm working with them. All right, last call for questions, everybody. Speak now or forever hold your questions until next week, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Vegas, baby. Nice. I was born there and shipped to Texas. Good or bad, I think bartenders will always have a job somewhere. Yeah, absolutely, Shake. That's the thing about this job, is it's like a life skill set. It's something that no matter what, it will always have a need. So times are good, people go out and they party and celebrate. And in times are bad, they go out and they drink their sorrows away. So a bartender, until like AI and fake robots completely replace all bartenders, like in that movie that I forgot, we were talking about it a couple weeks ago. The one with, is it Ryan Reynolds? And the girl with fucking Scarlett Johansson? And they're on the ship out to colonize somewhere, and they wake up like 75 years too early, and there's nobody on the ship, and they're all asleep and shit. Anyway, until like the robot bartender in that movie replaces all of our jobs, bartenders will always have gigs. And that's one of the things is I had a lot of fun with my bartending career, and I hope that I've moved on past it. But if I ever had to, I totally go back and do that at any point, at any time in my life, and walk right into it like riding a bike. You'll never lose that skill set. All right, you guys, I think we're going to call it there. That has been another edition, live edition, of making you a bartending pro. Remember, we do these every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. That's West Coast United States, Pacific Standard Time. So 8, 9, 10, 11 going across the country, west to east in the United States. I am just moved and getting settled in, so bear with me until I get my final place in which I will start shooting some more cool videos. In the meantime, we're going to do these live streams every Tuesday. If nothing else, I'll come in here and do them here. Following all the social medias, at Bartending Pro, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Thanks everyone for coming out. Shake, thank you for moderating. Thank you guys for all the good questions. And I will see you all next week. Have a good week. Remember, if you're still looking for a bartending job, get out there and just go knock on doors. Don't wait to be ready. Just go knock on doors and figure it out as you go. All right, you guys, have a good night. Thank y'all. I love you. Take care.